Hello and welcome to 𝒔𝒕𝒉𝒂𝒕. Today's pick a card reading will be messages from Ma Kali. Okay, so I have 4 piles here. The image of those piles will be shown shortly. So choose whatever pile you resonate with the most, the pile that calls to you the most, and then we'll start the reading. For those who have picked pile 1 with Guhya Kali, this is going to be your reading. So let's see what messages Ma Kali has for you. So the first card we have is the 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, no reversals, fine. The 3 of Pentacles, the Daughter of Wands, the Hanged Man, the Mother of Cups, the 9 of Cups, oops, and the 2 of Swords. Ma Kali usually appears when there's something to be revealed or something is hidden from you. Okay, so the thing that is hidden from you, that you cannot see, is your own potential. And that there are 2 things basically that maybe you are not seeing. One is your own potential that can lead to your own wish fulfillment, and 2 is collaboration with your environment, with people, rather than friction to find something that is ideal. That is what I see here. Okay, because you look at yourself as the Daughter of Wands. Of course, in your journey, you are quite new. Maybe this is a new chapter in your life, and this might be something that you are not used to quite yet. But this is the very thing that is going to lead to your wish fulfillment with the 9 of Cups. Okay? And another thing is that with this Nine of Cups, what I also feel, because there's a little bit, of course, this is the Cups energy, but also what I feel with the watery background and the moon here is that you need to delve deeper into the subject you are dealing with. So suppose you have started a new career, or you have transitioned to a new office, you have taken a job in a new office or something, or a new role. You have to go deeper to understand this even more, even better. Okay. And another thing that you need to see is that, you know, there might be certain blockages, certain roadblocks. Okay. You might not see, as I said, that you might not be seeing certain things. Because of this, a perspective shift is necessary. You might feel that this is a very difficult time for you and you can't cope with it, things like that. Because the Hanged Man and this Hanged Man, the Hanged Man generally talks about unique perspectives, enlightened perspectives, awakened perspectives, and those perspectives that come out of hard times, you know. It's like the churning that brings out the butter in the end, the hard churning that brings out the butter in the end. So it's that kind of a thing. That's the feel of the Hanged Man. That's the meaning of the Hanged Man. That's why the Hanged Man, even in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, is depicted as a person with his hands tied behind his back and hanged upside down. So yeah, so you may be feeling really uncomfortable in your new environment here, whatever this new environment may be, because you are not used to this environment. Okay. And because you're not used to this environment and you're trying to understand how things would work here, how things are working here, in this process you might be facing a lot of blockages, or you might be blinded to certain things just because it is out of your comprehension right now, out of your understanding right now. Or yeah, it's like away from your understanding right now. You're not really grasping the essence of the situation here. So that is why you may be getting a little defensive. You may be losing hope. You may be feeling like you did the wrong thing, or you made the wrong choice, because the Two of Swords card also talks about choices. So you might also be feeling that, did I really make? So there's a lot of doubt that is going on here. Okay. And but the key lies, like, if you do think that, sorry for the interruption, but as I was saying, that because this environment is new, or this place is new, or this job is new, or this career path is new, you need time to adjust yourself in it. So you need to give yourself time, and at the same time you need to understand that because you're new in it, you need to learn certain stuff. So if you have to be successful here with the Nine of Cups, what I feel is that yes, you will become successful here, but then you have to delve even deeper into this particular work to understand it fully, to gain mastery over it. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. And another thing is that you need to connect with your environment. Like, if you are working in a particular office, suppose you have taken up a new job, it's a new job role, it's a new office, the work timings may be different, or the way they work, the process may be different. So you need to collaborate, you need to communicate with the people involved in this new workspace to fully come to your potential. And that is the Mother of Cups, the Queen of Cups. Okay. And here Mother of Cups can also signify Ma Kali herself. self, and it is being said that you connect with her every day on a very personal basis, like in the sense where you share whatever is going on inside you as if you're sharing with a friend. Okay, so that sort of a communication needs to be there. And other than that, to truly come to your own potential, you need to collaborate with your environment. You need to communicate. Okay, you need to say, you need to voice your problems, that yes, this is the problem I'm facing here, or how should I go about this, how should I do this. And at the same time, you should do your own research as well, because it is necessary that way. Otherwise it's not gonna happen, otherwise it's not gonna work out. Okay, so you need to, so the thing is that, so the message here is, first, you didn't make the wrong choice, you didn't make any wrong choice, you did the right choice. The only thing you need to do right now is shift your perspective a bit and understand that in the beginning it is going to be hard because you are not acclimated yet to this new climate or to this new level. Okay, so to acclimatize yourself, you have to go through certain obstacles, and at the same time you need to learn about this particular job, about this particular craft, about this particular profession. Okay, and how can you do about this, how can you do this? You can do this by researching about this job on your own. That is what we call self-learning, as well as communicating with the people involved in this work, in this field. Once you do that, it is going to be very beneficial for you, because it is only then that you're going to come to your own potential and become the Queen of Cups, or as denoted here as the Mother of Cups. Okay, and another thing is that you can communicate if you think that you're lacking strength, if you think you're lacking motivation, if you think you're lacking inspiration, if you are getting frustrated, if you're doubting yourself, then do connect with Ma Kali, because she is going to help you out. She is going to help you out, and she is going to answer all your questions. Okay, so this is what I have here. Now let's see what extra guidance is being provided here. Okay, let's see. So the first card we have is gratitude. Okay, these are words of advice from Ma Kali herself. Strength and emotions. Now the strength and emotions came out in reverse. I'll still put it upright. Okay. All right. So the word of advice here is that you should be grateful for whatever situation you are in right now, because you should consider yourself lucky that you got this job, or you actually got the opportunity to make this transition, because this is what you wanted to do, or this is what you are meant to do. So be grateful for your good health, be grateful for the position you are in, and be grateful for your life, however it may be, because people are living worse lives, people are going through worse challenges than what you are going through at this point in time. And as I said, that if you are, so this is the first advice, and the second advice is you need to wield a lot of your strength to handle the overwhelming emotions you experience at times. You might be someone who get triggered easily, or you might be someone who implode a lot. And you do this because you're emotional and you are very sensitive, and you're someone who, even though tackles their emotions pretty well and very tactfully in front of people, but behind closed doors you lose the grip. Okay, and it is true that behind closed doors we are to lose our grip, because there should be at least one place where we can cry our heart out. But Ma Kali is telling you to strengthen your emotions and to wield your strength, as in to control your emotions. Control in your emotions, not in a way that you suppress them. Control your emotions in a way that you accept what you're experiencing. You do cry when you need to cry, but you do not let it control your entire day. You do not let it control you. Okay, so this is what I feel here. This is why the emotions card is there, and you need to have, like she's saying, that you need to have a grip on your emotions, because when you get triggered you get all haywire. It's like you go here and there and everywhere. It's like you're crying, you're angry, you're cranky, you're frustrated, all in one go. And it's good to express, but it's also important that you hold a grip, because otherwise, if you are this emotional, anybody and everybody can take advantage of you. Okay, because some way or the other emotions get spilled in our face, and people can see it. People can see when you're sad, when you're angry, and that is how they can control you if they're that toxic. So it is important that you control your emotions, and even more so because controlling your emotions is even more so important because you are in a particularly new environment, and it is expected that there are going to be obstacles, there are going to be hard times. So in order to tackle those hard times like a pro, you cannot afford to get so emotional, you cannot afford to get so triggered all the time. Okay, and this particular moment right now that you're going through is pretty transformative, because I picked I shuffled these two cards for which spirit animals should you embody at the moment. So the first card that came is the butterfly, and the second card is the lizard. Now if I talk about the butterfly gives out the energy of transformation, or sort of like the final transformation, because after that it doesn't go through any sort of transformation. Like the butterfly is like the it's like the end stage, right? So the final result of the caterpillar going through its metamorphosis. So take this period of time as a transformative process in your life so that you can emerge as the butterfly. Okay. And secondly, if I look at the lizard is someone who is very strategic, who knows how to survive even in harsh environments, harsh temperatures. If you look at lizards in the desert, they survive harsh, hot temperatures of the desert, and they still win, they still survive, they hunt in that environment, they stay in that environment, they survive in that environment, and they thrive in that environment. So it is important that you do the same. You learn to survive in challenging environments, because that is what is going to build you up, that is what is going to make you up, that is what is going to what is going to help in the manifestation of who you truly are or what you truly are, and to gain that sort of a mastery in the craft, in the job, or in the profession that you're in, okay, or in the new environment that you're in, okay. So this was the message from Mahakali, especially her aspect of Guhya Kali. So I hope this has helped and that this has resonated with you. And yeah, that would be all. Thank you and Jai Ma Kali. Okay, now for those of you who picked pile number 2 with the Gunatantrika card, this is going to be your reading. Let's see what messages from Ma Kali do you have. So, we have the Father of Swords, we have the Mother of Pentacles, we have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Three of Cups, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. All right. Okay. So, what I feel here is somehow there needs to be a meeting, like there needs to be a balance, because the Gunatantrika talks about balancing ourselves. Okay, it's about alchemizing ourselves and balancing ourselves to reach that godly state, okay, from the material state to the godly state. That is what it means, Gunatantrika, because the card actually tells us to master the three of our gunas, the three gunas that make us, that is tamas, rajas, and sattvic, okay, to attain the enlightenment that we are working towards in our life. So what I feel here, that there is a certain disparity between your masculine and feminine energies. This is what I feel here. This is the first thing, that there might be a disparity between your masculine and feminine energies, because of which there is an innate and indescribable or indescribable sadness or melancholy that you cannot point out that why it is happening with me. Why am I feeling bad? So there needs to be a sort of a balance in that. Other than that, I also feel that this might be an issue within a family or within a couple, because I also see that there is a Three of Cups here along with the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah. So the Three of Cups basically is a cup of celebration, celebrating with your loved ones, being with your family, being with your friends, being with your partner, your soul tribe. this is what it is. It is a card of togetherness, it is a card of fun, frolic, etc. And this is what is missing from this equation if this is a relationship. Okay, now here it might be because of financial issues. Now this thing, this situation here between you and your partner or your family could be because of financial issues. Okay, because you are having to wait for a long time to build this up, to build this empire up. Okay, and you're losing money more than you're gaining money, and that's why there is a sort of a disparity. That's why there is a sort of unusual conflict going on. And even though you understand the situation, that the situation is difficult, you cannot help yourself but be unhappy. So in a way, you cannot get out of that sort of an emotional state of melancholy and sadness and unhappiness and even hopelessness. So the advice here may be to get out of that situation. Okay, and even for those who have to like balance the gunas, or the sattvic, tamas, and rajas gunas, the three gunas that make up, and balancing the masculine and feminine within. I feel there's a lot of financial turmoil that you're going through and you do not know what to do, and you're in a particular situation where you do not want to face that sort of a problem. Okay, like within family, because obviously you might feel that, oh, it is a very embarrassing thing that I do not have, the resources I need, so I cannot support, I cannot provide, I cannot contribute to, I cannot contribute the support, the monetary assistance that is required in my family. And you're simply losing your patience, even though you may have been patient for a long time to resolve this issue. You are basically losing your patience right now. But the advice here to have is to balance yourself and have patience. And within the family, if this is happening within the family, if this is happening between family members or between a couple, it is important that you get together, that you try and have a time, a good time. Okay, without, in whatever situation you may be, and hold on, because the situations are or will be changing. So that is what I feel here that is happening. Okay, so the situation might be changing, but you need to change your mindset first. You need to change your emotional state first of being in this melancholic or dull sort of an energy, because that is what is moving the money away, or the abundance that you are trying so hard to manifest away from you. Okay, and all you're getting is this Five of Pentacles, this poverty. Okay, this being left out in the cold, or being deprived, or having a lack all the time, and especially monetarily. So this is what I feel here, that you need to balance, that if you are a person, if you are single and you're living with your family, and you are someone who thinks that this is, I need to contribute, but I cannot contribute because I'm not really getting the opportunities, or I'm not being able to manifest the abundance that I need to, and you're getting frustrated, more and more frustrated about it. You need to resolve that. You need to balance your masculine and feminine and resolve this issue, and hold patience. You need to, so before you go out and fix the world, you need to fix yourself, right? And if you're not taking care of yourself, you won't be able to, you won't be able to even physically go out and get a job and do your stuff. So taking care of yourself, self-care and love and nurturing, and spending time with your closed ones, spending time with your loved ones, is very crucial at this point in time. And if you are basically a family, a father figure, a mother figure, like a family. This Mother of Pentacles also has a deer, a little deer near her hind legs, or near her belly. Yeah, so if you are a family, like a nuclear family, and you are very much tensed and frustrated about the monetary issues, about the constant need for money or the constant lack of money, and it is not getting resolved, the advice for you from Ma Kali is that you remove that frustration. You keep that frustration aside for a while and just enjoy being with each other. With the Three of Cups card, this is what I feel here, and hold that sort of patience. Hold your patience, because that is what a positive outlook is going to bring in change in your life when it comes to money. Okay, this is what is going to bring in the change, because if you change your outlook on life, then positive things are going to come. If you keep holding on to the negative stuff, you're only going to manifest the negativity, you're only going to manifest the lack. But if you start being happy, even despite the challenging environment, despite the lack of money, then you will be able to attract a lot of positivity into your life, and as well as abundance. So that is what I feel here is being said. This is the message from Ma Kali here, basically, that to give your personal relationships time and love and care, to spend time with your loved ones, because it is not only you who are suffering because of this lack of money, it is also your family. So together there is a much stronger hold against this depressive or frustrating energy than alone. And similarly, for those who are always trying to do things alone and on their own, it is important that as you're staying with your family, or it is important that even if you're not staying with your family, connect with your friends and family. Okay, spend some time, connect with your family, because this is what is going to change your outlook. If you have some simple fun filled times, this is what is going to change your perspective on life, and this is what is going to release this depressive and frustrating energy that has taken a hold of you. So yeah, this is what the message primarily is. Now let's see what extra advice is there from Ma. So the first thing we have is integrity, the first advice, and the second card we have is exactly letting go. So, and we have from the animal spirit deck, we have eagle, lamb, and the cosmic egg. Okay, so now so what is being said here is, like I was saying, that to let go of these low vibrating energies, this sadness, and this, to transmute your emotions, even though you're in the harshest of times, maybe financially, but that is not the end of the world, because you still have yourself and you still have your loved ones around you. So it is highly important that you let go of these negative energies of frustration, lack, doubt, fear, okay, all of these things, anxiety, all of these things, and truly integrate yourself, okay, to find the power within. This card, integrity, is basically realizing your potential to find the power within, that yes, I can do this even though it is taking time. It doesn't matter. Time is only the only work of time is to pass by. So this is also going to pass by. So if I can find the strength within me, then nothing can rattle me, right? So this is what is being said here. And interestingly, what I also feel, that the eagle spirit here, and the eagle spirit here is the divine itself, is my itself. And with the eagle card, and it is the divine itself, as well as it can be your higher self. Okay, so what is ma saying is that you need to have the resilience, the strength and the sharpness of an eagle. You cannot lose hope. You cannot lose hope, and you cannot, don't let anything bog you down. That is the advice here. Do not let anything bog you down. Do not let your external environment defeat you. Do not let your external environment influence you and defeat you. That is the thing that is being said. So basically these three cards talk about which which animal spirits should you take inspiration from, and this is the advice card from Ma Kali. And what I see here is that you need to have this strength, this resilience, this sharpness of the eagle. And the eagle is someone who, this firmness of the eagle as well, because the eagle is a predatory bird. It's the bird that flies the highest, okay, and has the sharpest eye. So you need to have that sort of a spirit. You need to build that sort of a resilience, that sort of a strength within you, that sort of a sharpness within you, that even in the most adverse times, that even the most adverse times cannot shake you, okay, or that the external environment cannot influence you or influence you to destroy you in any way. So that is what I feel here. And another thing is, another message that I'm also getting from here is that you have to be, at the same time, you should not first of all let go of the gentility that you have within you, the gentility. So this is talking about the dual aspect of being sharp and strong and resilient, but at the same time not letting go of the gentility, not letting go of the innocence, of the goodness that is there within you. Having resilience and having strength does not mean that you let go of your gentle self, okay? It does not mean that. So you have to strike a balance. That's why the Gunatantrika card is also there. That's why you need to strike a balance between these two aspects of you. You cannot be more of this and none of this. You have to, or more of this and none of this. This is a situation that demands both of them, okay? This is why it has come out. And another thing is that if I go by biblical terms, the lamb is also someone who is always guided by the divine, who is the symbol of innocence, who is the symbol of innocence, who is also the symbol of love, devotion, sweetness, softness, and someone who has completely surrendered to the divine and listens to the divine because it knows that it knows nothing. So if I go by this card, and if I take these two cards, we'll be able to understand that Ma Kali is telling you that surrender. And that is why previously this message also came through, that the only work of time is to pass by. So let this time pass by. Let this stormy time pass by and not rattle you in any way, without rattling you in any way. Okay. And the next is the cosmic egg. The cosmic egg talks about being connected. This is the card. Okay, so the cosmic egg is represented by the element of spirit or ether. It means that we may be going through spiritually, it signifies that we may be going through a kundalini awakening, because of which there is a fallout in our environment. As it so happens, it is either a fallout inside us, or it is a fallout outside us, and this can affect us in areas where we are going to be affected the most, and in this case it is monetarily. I don't know if you or your family member is going through it, but you may be going through it. So, and this might not resonate with all of you, but for those of you who resonate with whom this is resonating, you may be going through an awakening process. You are at a very difficult gestation period where you are basically coming into being and getting closer to the divine, and that is why there is this fallout. And you may be thinking that, oh, it is taking forever to change, it is taking forever, where am I going wrong, what is it that is going wrong? The thing is not about you doing anything wrong, the thing is about letting this time pass, because these hard times come to basically teach us a lesson. Okay, and sometimes hard times teach us to find and maintain our inner strength. Okay, and this is what it is. I feel that those of you, and especially those of you who are not married and who resonate with the fact of balancing the energies, balancing the gunas, or balancing the feminine and the masculine aspects, the Ida and Pingala within you, I feel that you are definitely going through maybe what is known as the dark night of the soul, or like you are at a very difficult gestation period in your life where there is a dearth or lack of money, because you might have always thought that money is the way to go about in order to survive in this world. So the lesson here is to evolve beyond that, is to go beyond that. And for those who have resonated with the fact that you have a family, you have a child, but there's always this monetary issue, there's always this financial issues because of this lack and things like that, what I feel as the cosmic egg is that you are connecting to the divine, you are connected to the divine, and once you surrender the process, like if you and your wife both are the breadwinners of the family, it is important that both of you surrender to the divine. Things will come to pass, and get along, sit together and spend time together with your family, with your children. Things will automatically fall into place. The more you try to control everything, the more you will feel frustrated and irritated. That is what I feel here, because what is happening, it is also talking about a collective awakening of sorts. So this hard time is not just for you, but maybe a couple of many of you who might be listening to this reading and who might not be listening to this reading. But the world is going through a sort of an awakening, a sort of a collective awakening, and these awakenings can work in different ways and can affect different aspects of our lives. Okay, so this is basically what is happening. So when I see the cosmic egg in this aspect, I feel that you are being protected, and you are already being protected and guided by the divine. All you need to do is let go of this negativity, okay? Let go of this negativity and try to find find the strength within yourself, and try to find the love and the solidarity and the union, the strength of a family, the emotional strength of a family from within, by spending time together and working out together, and knowing, truly knowing and realizing that yes, everything is going to be okay. All we need to do is endure and let go. Okay, so the frustration and the sadness and the doubt and the fear, all of these low vibrational negative things needs to be let go of and cleared out of. Despite the harsh times, it is very important that we lean on love and we try to manifest the strength that is already within us, to discover the strength, not manifest, but discover the strength that is already within us at these challenging times, because these challenging times come to us so that we can have those beautiful epiphanies about our own selves. Okay, so this is the message that I see here from Ma Kali. I hope this has resonated with you, and I hope this has helped you in terms of finding some sort of guidance. Okay, so yeah, I hope this has helped, and now we'll move on to the next pile. Thank you. For those who have picked pile number 3, this is going to be your reading. So let's see what messages you have from Ma Kali. And so you've chosen the Chinnamasta card, Ma Chinnamasta. And let's see the 5th Dashmavidya. Now let's see what messages she has. So we have the Son of Swords, okay, the Devil, and the Emperor. Okay. Hmm. So Ma Chinnamasta is the 5th Dasmahavidyas. She talks about cutting off your ego, okay, cutting away your ego self, the self that we think to be true and that which is not true, and the self which actually entraps our actual authentic self and throws it away into some dark corner of the subconscious so that we can never find it and it can rule us. Okay, and this is what I see with these 3. See, we have the Son of Swords, right? Now the Son of Swords is the Page of Swords, and these, if you look at 3 of these cards, the Son of Swords, the Devil, and the Emperor, all these 3 cards are very masculine in nature, right? Now, so they are pretty masculine in nature, but the difference is that the Son of Swords is someone who is young. The Son of Swords is someone who is new. Yes, he has a lot of energy. He has a lot of intelligence. He has a lot of intellect. He has a very inquisitive and curious mind, and he wants to learn a lot. Okay? But he might also be someone who can get very egotistical. Egotistical in the way that after gaining a certain amount of knowledge, he might feel that, oh, I know all of it. I know everything. I don't have to know anything. So what he does, that despite being the Son of Swords, he starts acting out as the Emperor. But he is not the Emperor yet. He is just the Son of Swords. So what is happening here is, here the Devil card is nothing but his own ego. Okay, the Devil card is nothing but his own ego, and he is trapped by his own ego. This is what it is. He is trapped by his own ego, by his own mind, by his own pride, which he cannot come out of. That is the problem here. That despite being a newbie in something, you may be acting like the Emperor. This is talking about too much, overconfidence. This is talking about our egoistic, overconfident selves, where we do not take heed of our environment or what it is trying to tell us, because we think that we know better. Okay, this is what is being said here. So 𝒔𝒉𝒂𝒕𝒆 message to you is that it is important that you heal your masculine and you let that ego of yours die. It is maybe because of this reason that you may be having to go through a lot of trouble, because the Devil card also talks about trouble. The Devil card is a very chaotic energy. It's a very chaotic energy. So 𝒔𝒉𝒂𝒕𝒆 is saying that most of your chaos in life is manifesting because there is chaos inside you, because your ego is ego self, okay, or the fake self. I wouldn't say fake self because that is very confusing, but the ego self is basically trying to entrap and push away your true self, your authentic self, the self that you may not be cognizant of or aware of in your waking hours. But there may be times where it just comes out. An example of this can be, suppose you work, suppose you work a 9-to-5 job, okay, and you have worked there for a long time, like for many years, and you have mastered your craft and you think that you're the best. You have gained promotion, you have become you have gone to the point of becoming a senior manager or a vice president or things like that. Okay, now you are feeling, now there came a time when you felt like you want to leave your job and do something else. Okay, maybe you want to paint. Suddenly you felt a very strong passion towards painting, because in your childhood you always painted and you loved painting, but somehow life happened and you had to move, become more practical and rational and move towards a very corporate practical life. So now what happened is, your ego, now your ego has already been flared up by the position you have in your company, by the apartment that you might have or the house that you might have, and you built all of this up out of your own hard work, sheer effort, hard work, and your own skills. But the thing is, when it comes to painting, you are not yet a Picasso. So you need to have a learner's mindset. when you are ha na. So you need to have a learner's mindset yet again when you're starting to paint again, because you have to accept this fact that yes, you are a manager or you're a master in your career where you have spent 10, 20 years. Okay, so you have mastered that craft. But when it comes to painting, you may have painted really well when you were a child, but you got disconnected from it. So it's a new thing for you right now. So practice makes it perfect. You cannot just paint anything and say, look, a masterpiece. Okay, but the devil card or the ego self is like this. So when you cannot paint really well, and this is just a hypothetical situation that I'm saying, and the devil or the ego self is such that it will try to it will try to paint things perfectly, and when it cannot, it will just feel like, oh, it's not good enough, so I may not be good enough. So when that perfectionism or that mindset of being a perfectionist hits, when that ego self of being the perfectionist, of being the best, gets hit, what happens is the ego gets hurt. And when it gets hurt, it feels like, oh, I cannot do this. So it creates an oscillation between I know everything to, oh, I'm not really good at it. So the I'm not really good at it does not, it takes a long, hard time to accept it. The realization comes pretty soon, but the acceptance takes time because the ego does not want to accept it. Okay, so what happens is that it takes time and it goes through different rejections. It's like, I don't want to do this. No, but I really like it. But I don't want to do this. Oh, my job was better. But no, this is also good. So this is what is happening right now. Okay. So this is what I feel here. That is why. And this, in another way, if I read it, this also is also coming in your process, because you may have taken up a new project, or you may be going through, may have taken up a new project or doing something new. So when you're doing something new, you are the page because you're the student there, you're doing it for the first time. And you want to master it, which is the emperor, but the blockage of here between this journey, between this son of swords and the emperor, is the devil, and the devil is your own ego. It is sitting right in the middle, creating a big fat barrier between the two. So the advice here is that you heal your masculine and you let your ego die. Have a learner's mindset, let your heal your masculine, have a learner's mindset, and let your ego die, because the divine is helping you. Kill it. Okay, it is very important, or at least if not kill it, then at least uh, have a handle over it, have it under your control and not letting the ego control you, because the ego is also something that helps us survive. Okay, this consciousness, this apparent consciousness that we have, this 5% of consciousness when we are awake, this consciousness, this ego of ours, it helps us survive, but it does not need to control us. What the helping hand doesn't always control, right? So that is the thing that I feel here. Now let's look at some extra advice and messages from 𝒉𝒐𝒕𝒆. So we have be still. Okay, so The advice here is to be, so how can you do this? Okay, now I'm getting an example in my head. The example is that suppose a neurosurgeon is doing a brain surgery. Okay, Dr. Strange types. Okay, so this neurosurgeon needs to have a steady hand. And in order to have a steady hand, he needs to be really, really still. If he cuts the nerve that does not need to be cut, that patient is going to die or suffer lifelong paralysis. So your situation is like this. You need to be still. You cannot allow your ego to oscillate you between I want to do this and I don't want to do this. No, I can do this. No, I may not. So this is why you may also have triggers, and this might impact your masculine energy or the masculine side of you very adversely. Okay, because soon you may start acting out. Okay, you may have issues, you may start having issues with anger, rage. Okay, so it is very important in order to control the ego, it is very important that you become still first. Okay, so become still, right? And these two cards are basically cards that 𝒑𝒉𝒂𝒕 I and 𝒑𝒉𝒂𝒕 together picked, or 𝒑𝒂𝒕 provided me. Wow, my ego is flaring up now. To help you gain inspiration from certain animal spirits. Okay, so like we can gain inspiration from everywhere in nature, from starting from the trees to the seas. We can get inspiration from everything. So why not an animal, from the animal spirit deck, where we can get inspiration from different animals. So the cards that we have, both of the cards that we have represent the spirit or ether. So the first card we have is that of the unicorn. Okay, and the second card we have is that of the dragon. Okay, so, and these spirit cards basically signify the different chakras in our body. The dragon signifies the solar plexus chakra, the element of fire. And the unicorn signifies the third eye chakra. So, if you have to dissolve your ego, first of all, you need the will. You and not your ego needs the will to dissolve it. And you need that will, that will of fire, or that fire of will to dissolve that ego. Okay, and that you can hone from the dragon spirit, right? The dragon spirit, taking inspiration from the dragon spirit, will help you wield your will, okay, to destroy your ego, to destroy the false self, your false self that is trying to control you and hindering you from becoming this emperor on your new journey. And the third thing, and the second thing, is the unicorn. Take inspiration from the unicorn. The unicorn has this single horn coming out from the center of its temple because it has heightened awareness and intuition. And heightened awareness and intuition comes from our pineal gland, or our third eye. So you don't not only need to wield your will, but you need to have a level of self-awareness. And wielding of will and honing our self-awareness can only come when we can be still. So it is very important that you become completely still. It's very, very important that you do. Because if you do not become still, you won't be able to do these things. You won't be able to wield your will, okay? And if I look at the Ouroboros, it is also a reptilian figure. The Ouroboros is also like a serpentine figure, and sometimes it can also be a dragon. The Ouroboros has the capability, has the zeal and the will to eat itself completely. That's why it is round. It is always chasing its tail and trying to devour it. So it's important that you try to devour, you wield the will, the fire of your will to devour your ego self and become like this dragon for your own benefit. Okay? And have that awareness, have that self-awareness, meaning there will come situations in your in life, not in life but in day to day, where you have to become self-aware to the point where you have to notice exactly in which points in time or in which moments in your daily life your ego has started to act out, okay, in a very megalomaniac manner, or in a very scared or defensive manner. So you have to be aware of that. Once you have that sort of self-awareness, you will be able to change this energy within you and change this energy of your ego and have your ego under your control rather than the other way around. Okay? And the only way to do that is to be still. And the way to be still is to meditate. It is important that you do meditate. So that is what I feel here. This was your message from Ma Kali. I hope this has helped and that you got the guidance that you needed in your situation. So yeah, that is what it is. And now, so thank you. And now we will move on to the next pile. Bye. For those of you who picked pile number 4 with Ma Matangi, this is going to be your reading. Okay. And let's see what messages the 9th Das Mahavidya of Ma Kali has for you. So, the first card we have is the Hierophant. The second card we have is the 8 of Swords. The third card we have is the Hermit. The fourth card we have is the Two of Wands. Okay. Then we have the Father of Cups. The Daughter of Cups. And the Son of Cups. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. So Ma Matangi is the 9th Das Mahavidya, and she is Ma Shama. the goddess or the tantric Saraswati, the goddess of knowledge. Okay? She is someone who stays in the cremation grounds and feeds off of stale food, and her companion are parrots. Parrots signify communication and messages. Okay? So what Matangi is saying is that you are the key to your own success. You are the key to freeing your own self. Okay? Despite knowing what you need to do, despite knowing who you are, despite knowing what your purpose might be with the Two of Wands, because in the Two of Wands card, the Two of Wands card literally talks about uh, the moment right before stepping out into the world, or venturing into the world, or venturing into this new chapter or new adventure in your life. Okay, so you hold that key, but you're waiting. Okay, and this wait has somehow changed into a sort of a stuck energy with the Eight of Swords. This interesting thing about the Eight of Swords card, it's that the butterfly is almost out of its cocoon, because the skin of the cocoon has transformed into its wings. Okay? But the problem is, it has not unfolded itself yet, thinking that the swords around it is going to pierce through the wings, the delicate wings, and that's why it's not coming out. Now, what is the sword here? We have the Father of Cups, or the King of Cups here. So what I see here is that this can go two ways. This can be either a father figure, or this can be this particular butterfly, who, despite knowing its potential of being the King of Cups, okay, someone who is intuitive, someone who has a high emotional IQ, someone who even may have spiritual gifts and abilities. I was about to say emotional gifts and abilities, like get empathy, understanding, and feeling others' emotions. There's also a clair called, clairsentience, that talks about feeling energy. So yeah, there might be some clairsentient people watching this reading, but yes. So if you look at the Eight of Swords card and the Father of Swords, so this can go two ways. Either you know your potential, but because of the how you are going to be perceived by the outside world, that actually paralyzes you or keeps you stuck in this energy, although the gestation period has been long gone and you have already transformed. Because now the only thing that you need to do is just spread your wings and fly, and make people realize, as well as, like, just like you have realized, make the other people also realize that you are the King of Cups. You're not a page, you're not a knight, but you're a king. You're a king in your craft, and that you're a master in this craft. And that's why you are showcasing this to the world. Okay? But you aren't doing that, and you're keeping yourself stuck. And interestingly, the Father of Cups also is reminding me of the Black Swan. Now, the Black Swan, uh, you see, if I go by the story of the Black Swan, it is like a friction between the white purity and the black, the rebellious one, the black swan. So I get this as someone who is like the black sheep of the family or something. And that's why there's a sort of an underdog energy playing with this card here. So, and lastly, we have the Hermit card, and below it is the Daughter of Cups. Okay, and we have both the Daughter of Cups and the Son of Cups. Okay, now you are hermiting and you are thinking that you're stuck. Your illusion is that. So, let me get this straight. So, the message here is that you hold the key to your own potential, you hold the key to your own success. You know what you are, who you are, and how you can manifest this abundance in your life. You know this. You're right in front of that door. All you need to do is just take one step and move past it, move through it to enter your new chapter in life. But you're still waiting. You're waiting with the Eight of Swords here. The butterfly has transformed, but it's not spreading its wings. Why? Because it feels it doesn't know enough. With the Son of Cups and the Daughter of Cups, both your feminine and masculine energies, and I mean the Ida and Pingala, the feminine and masculine energies all of us have, you feel that you may be immature, or you may be an amateur, or you may lack in your craft. You don't see yourself as the black swan yet. You see yourself as this, as the Son and the Daughter of Cups, as the pages. You see yourself as a page. You do not see yourself as the black swan, as a fully grown black swan. You don't see yourself as that this way. This is why here too, the butterfly, despite being transformed to its ultimate stage, to its final stage, is not flapping its wings, it's not spreading its wings. And because there is a lot of fear as well, there is fear of judgment. These swords, they feel to me as if they are judgments, as if they are going to poke your wings and you're going to fall hard. This is what I feel like. That's why you're not spreading your wings. That's why you're keeping it a secret. That's why you are hermiting. You're hermiting. But even though you're hermiting, even though you're isolating yourself, even though you're keeping it a secret, you're keeping this true self of yours, you're keeping this true self of yours a secret, even then, the light of awareness, the light of creativity, the light of inspiration shines hard. And people can see that. But you're too scared to show it. The thing is, people can already see it, and you are not able to hide it any longer, even though you want to, that is. Even though you may think that you are amateur. But look at this. Look at the Son of Cups, the chalice here. The chalice is glowing with this dark energy, and I don't see it as negative. This is the essence of the black swan, of the Father of Cups. And if you look at it closely, there are streaks of rainbows bordering the horizon of the chalice, and there are rainbows here as well. If you look at it closely, rainbows, rainbows. Yeah, I don't know if this is clear, but yeah. So your shadow itself is a rainbow. How do you think you are going to hide yourself any longer? Okay, So if you are an artist, if you're someone who sings beautifully, if you're someone who loves to dance and dance beautifully, if you are a writer, if you are someone who just likes to create and who knows what they are and they just love it, but they do it behind closed doors just because they fear people's judgment. Know that the people you are fearing are going to judge you are the very people who already know your potential. They see your shadow. Your shadow is rainbow, it's not black. Even though it may seem black, its edges are rainbow. So you have to understand your potential and you have to come out. It is important. That is the message from 𝒂𝒂𝒕. You have to speak your truth instead of being this. You have to come out and speak your truth. You have to be this lightning. You have to be this lightning blaze, because you hold the key not only to your own self, but you hold the key for many people's evolution, for many people's growth, for many people's inspiration. Okay? Take it positively. Don't let it pressurize you. If this feels like a lot of pressure, don't let it pressurize you. Take it as something which is really good. Like whatever you're going to create, whatever you're going to make, whatever you're going to share into the world, your gifts, your abilities, your artistry, whatever it may be, it is going to inspire the world. It is going to inspire a lot of people. And the one thing that I'm saying, another thing I'm saying here as I'm saying this, is that it is going to inspire a lot of youngsters, because there's a lot of youngsters who do not want to come out with their innate capabilities, with their innate talents, just because they feel that people might judge them. But through your story, through you coming out into the open, they will feel inspired to do the same. So you're going to help out a lot of younger energies to come out, and as well as people, mature people as well, who did not feel like coming out. You will help them out. You will inspire them to do the same. You will inspire them with the fact that it is never too late. You will inspire them to be themselves no matter what. So please do help them out. That is the message here. Now, let's see what additional messages 𝒂𝒂𝒕 has for you. So the first one we have is sacred journey. Okay. The second one we have is free spirit. All right. And these are some cards from the animal spirit deck that I channeled to see which one, which spirit animal should you take inspiration from to come out. Oftentimes we take inspiration from nature, and so that's why these animal spirit cards, so that you can take the inspiration from those animals, birds, from the animal kingdom itself, and become the best version of yourself. So the first card we have is we have the swan. Okay. We have the golden egg. And we have fire ant. Okay. Now, I'm going to read these cards together with these cards, these two cards. All right. So, 𝒂𝒂𝒕's message to you is that become free is to become cognizant or become aware of the fact that you are already free, and that this journey is that of a sacred one, even though it might not feel like it all the time. It is a sacred journey. It does not feel like it because you are still limiting yourself. You are still limiting yourself. This is why it doesn't feel like a freeing one. A sacred journey is always a journey that is of freedom, that is of love. That is why it is sacred. Otherwise, if it would have been of this, like this frustrating life journey where you just go to a job, do the job, go to a job that you hate, do it frustratingly, making yourself move past each and every hour, each and every tormenting hour, and then coming back home and going to sleep, like leading that frustrating cycle of life. You have this opportunity to lead this, to experience this sacred journey, because you are a free spirit. See, you are a free spirit. You are already free. The only thing is that you need to realize this. You need to realize that you're free. And it is only then that you can truly become free. That nobody's judgments, nobody's uh, nobody's sneers, jeers, or anything can let you down or can restrict you in any way. You are already a free spirit. Nobody is binding you and nobody is controlling you. Accept yourself as this free spirit, because you are this free spirit. And along with that, accept the sacred journey, because it is sacred. Okay? And along with that, you are the swan. Take inspiration from the swan. The swan is graceful, but then the swan also has its own ferocity. The swan is an aggressive one, but a graceful one. Hone that aggressive grace. We also have the fire ant. Does the fire ant care who is saying what? The fire ant, they work very closely with their community. The fire ant is also someone who would like sting and bite to protect themselves, to protect their home. The fire ant is also someone who is very, very hardworking. So work hard, and truly to work hard on your craft. Have the fire, like ignite that passion, ignite that fire to work towards your passion, to work towards what you really, really want, towards what you really, really are. And this one, if you look at this one, it's reflecting, the water is reflecting back its image, and it doesn't even, there's not even one ripple. Accept as yourself, accept yourself as you are. Know that you are the swan. There is also a spiritual connotation to it of the Paramhansa. The Paramhansa basically means someone who is completely enlightened or is on a journey towards an enlightened path, but is completely filled with awareness and love, and like awareness, divine grace, and divine love. You are filled with that divine grace and divine love. It is there inside you. All you need to do is realize and accept it. Okay? And why do I say it? If you need more confirmation, then we have the golden egg. The golden egg, just like the swan, is represented by the element of water, and fire ant is represented by the element of fire. The golden egg is represented by the element of ether or spirit itself. The golden egg is an egg of the chosen one, is someone who has a divine energy within them, or more specifically, who have realized that divine energy within them. That is the golden egg. You are that golden egg. So why let yourself go to waste? Treat yourself like the golden egg. Accept that you are. Accept that you are special. Realize that you are special. It's important that you realize that you are special. If you do not realize you are special, and if you do not relish this fact that you are special and that you are chosen, you won't be able to relish this sacred journey. You won't be able to relish the sacredness of this journey, because you won't be able to comprehend the sacredness of this journey. So there needs to be an acceptance. There needs to be an acceptance of what you are and who you are. There needs to be an acceptance of it. Okay? So, and defend yourself, defend your life, defend your passion with aggression. Do not worry about it. If anybody judges you or anything, do not care about it. If they trouble you, then be that fire ant. And with the fire ant card, I'm also feeling that you're going to have a lot of fan following if you come out into the world. A lot of fan following. You're going to have your own unique community, and people are going to get inspired by you. This is what it is. So defend yourself and defend your community. Be zealous, but be graceful at the same time, because we have both the element of fire and water here. So there has to be a balance of the fire and water as well. Do it with grace. Okay? So this is the message here. And it is a beautiful message. So I hope this message has resonated with you and helped you on your journey. It is really beautiful. Please, whoever you are, please do come out. It is quite awesome. So thank you for listening, and I hope this helps and resonates. See you in the next reading. Bye.